What's up, everybody? Feels bad here, and we are back with another episode with your Edmonton Oilers franchise. And in this episode, I just wanted to reiterate that we are at the top of the Pacific, 5 points above San Jose and Calgary with a game in hand, as well as these are our lines. Just to quickly reiterate, Castles, McDavid, Bouwmeester, Sprong, Smirnov, Weaver, Michelle LaBelle, Tyler Johnson, Wilson Morrison, Ola Bergfors, Jamal Stepniak, Nolan Foote. Defensively, we have Mikhail Sergachev, John Klingberg, Henry Yukaharju, Darnell Nurse, Skylar Ronaldo, and Adam Larson. And in net, we have Andrei Vasilevsky and Noodle. Excuse me, boys. Just to reiterate, Toby Castles is doing well. Right before this video, I did off-screen sign an extension for Benjamin Bouwmeester. I offered one. Hopefully he accepts it. It's for 3 years, 5.5, so it's not that bad. We have some cap. Don't worry, we still have a lot of young players on this team. So we could be a dynasty again here in Edmonton. So I'm just going to sim a few days. Got a game up against the Capitals, who are 7-4-1. And let's see if we beat the Capitals while we wait. They want to trade for Noodle? Not yet. We're not trading Noodle yet. Probably after this year we'll trade him to free up some cap because that $4 million we could use. Up against the Caps, we lose 4-3. That's all right. Okay, so Toby Castles had an assist in that game. Very nicely done. We're still waiting for Benjamin Bouwmeester. He does accept, so we get Benjamin Bouwmeester back for another 3 years. Hopefully he continues to grow. He is 21 or 20 years of age. I think he's 20 years of age. Still, 86 overall. He is in that first line, even though he's a second line forward. You know, being with Toby Castles and McDavid, it should boost his growth. It was an easy decision for me to decide to renew my contract with you. I appreciate that you choose to offer me the type of money that I feel that I'm worth, so I decided to re-sign. Very nicely done. And we'll just sim one day, just for the hell of it, against San Jose, 3-0 win. So what I'm going to do, very simply, is I'm going to sim to the trade. No, we're going to do another month. We're going to finish this month off, so there's a little bit more content in this video. Talk about for a month, then we'll sim to the trade deadline. So up against Dallas, a Western Conference opponent. They're 8-6-1. We still do not want to trade Noodle. We lose 3-0 to Dallas. It was probably Noodle in net. We beat Anaheim, a Pacific Division rival, 4-1. Up against Ottawa in the East, we lose 5-1. So I think Noodle's playing more games. It's not just Vasilevsky running the show. 5-2 loss. Boys, we've let in 5 goals in 2 games, or 10 goals in 2 games. And then we let in another 2. So at least we win against Minnesota. We let in 6 goals from Nashville. So it's got to be Noodle, right? It's just got to be. I'm almost tempted to run Vasilevsky all the way through. No. I don't think that trade is worth it. No, why would we want to give up our first? I mean, not for something like that, right? That's like trade deadline stuff, you know? Florida, Mike Hoffman is interesting, but that is, again, trade deadline stuff. I'm not going to do it now. So we get a shootout win against Chicago 5-4. We beat LA 1-0. We lose to Arizona 4-2. We lose to Los Angeles 4-1 in overtime. We beat Arizona 2-1. We lose to Anaheim 4-1. Okay, so we are 16-9-1 after the second month of play. Calgary kind of surpassed us. We had an all right sort of month. Toby Castles with 26 games played, 25 points. I'll show you all the points when we're on a little bit of a losing skid, but every good team goes through losing skids. I'm going to sim to the trade deadline, and I will see you boys there. Okay, I'm back. So I saw that Skylar Ronaldo, just after I started the sim, wasn't happy with his ice time, and we want to make sure he stays happy since we hope for him to be an elite defenseman, hopefully take over Klingberg one day. So, why are you not happy with your ice time? You're a top 6 defenseman. But what we can do, probably put you on the power play. I don't know how the power play is doing. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Toby Castles, very nicely done. Power play goals. Actually, no. Why am I looking at them? Look at the defenseman, right? Who's growing. Probably not going to take him off the first line. Yeah, no. I don't see me replacing, unless I want to split them up. But they're performing, so no, I do not want to do that. Darnell Nurse is a -6. Leve, that's not good. He has 2 power play points. It's not. I mean, -4 for Yuka Harju as well, and he has none. So I think we're gonna take Yuka Harju off. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna take Yuka Harju off. He has no points. We will put in Skylar Ronaldo. Now, why were they a -6? Real quickly, just to look, -6, -5. They're fine. 8, 7. So it's just this 2. Now, maybe it's the penalty kill, because they both are on this penalty kill. So yeah, but they're no. Yuka Harju's not even on it. So it's 5-on-5. Okay, so it's definitely 5-on-5. We narrowed that down. Darnell Nurse, I don't see you growing. Yuka Harju, I want to grow you. I know it's not going to be pretty anymore with the lefties and the righties, but we'll put Adam Larson up. He's a little bit more defensive defenseman to go with the 2-way. And then we'll have 2 2-ways in the bottom. Because we gotta mix up that middle. And I want Yuka Harju to play to potentially grow more, because that's what I would love to see. So, after those line changes, I will sim 3 games. If we're doing okay, then I'll just go to the trade deadline like I originally said. All right, let's go here. So, Pacific Division rival, Calgary. Can we get the W? I hope so. We lose in OT. That's not terrible. Boston, we win, and Toronto, we win. Okay. So, we're going to stick with these lines because they seem to be working. I don't know why I backed out. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sim to the trade deadline, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. So we're at the trade deadline. We are 38, 21, and 4. Now, boys, I already went ahead and peeked around a little bit. However, we have good news and bad news. So let's get to the good news first, because it starts off with the good news. So Toby Castles, 29 goals and 38 assists. Very nicely done. McDavid is over point per game. Nicely done with 31 goals. So almost 230. Why is the game slow? Almost 2. I'm going to say 230 goal scorers, right? Beautiful. Benjamin Bouwmeester doing well up there as well. Not as well as I'd hoped, but doing well. Jalen Weaver the Beaver with 22 goals and 9 assists. You see what I mean? This player, he might not have the stats. He has pretty good shooting stats. 4.5 stars. Okay, yeah. He's definitely grown those stats. Mikhail Smirnov, the pure playmaker. And Daniel Sprong, who was a nice acquisition, getting a lot of points there for us on the second line. Now, this is where the problem starts. Michelle LaBelle -10, Tyler Johnson -7, Wilson Morrison -7. Nolan Foote +8, Jamal Stepniak +8, Ola Bergforce +6. I think I just gotta switch them up, right? I think that these guys aren't ready for third line. I'm gonna let these guys roll with them for a little bit because they're doing well. Defensively, Sergachev, nicely done. Klingberg, nicely done. Larson and Yuka Harju. See, the plus-minus is a lot better now. However, Skylar Ronaldo's taking a beating being with Darnell Nurse. And Darnell Nurse has just been playing bad everywhere I've put him. The last 2 years, like he had 1 +7 year, but -1, -7, -11. You know, that's not good. It's not good, especially not to be a bottom pairing defenseman. So I think Darnell Nurse is on the chopping block. Noodle and Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky's not doing that well right now. However, he's doing average. But when it comes to the playoffs, real-time sim, he'll be the one to clutch it out. Now, another problem. AHL, they're doing fine down here. I'm not really too concerned. What I'm really kind of concerned about is Gotch. He hasn't grown, and he has an 8.96 save percentage. That's no bueno. I mean, Ola Grossman's not doing that much better, but he also has grown. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I think that Grossman should stay the starter. I think that's how it's going to run. But yeah, we're going to switch the third and fourth line, see what they can do. Give Nolan Foote and Stepniak their last chances, I guess. But I do think that we are going to be trading Darnell Nurse in this video. He's just not fitting the team. And if we can get a defenseman who saves us some money and necessarily better, because he's just not performing at where I want him to perform. So, all skaters, defenseman, Darnell Nurse. He has some really good trade value to any sucker who wants him. I'm not trading to Anaheim because they were actually competing with us. I'll show you the standings after. I forgot to show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through the teams, kind of try to find the best trade. I'll cut this out. I know this last time was boring, and it's kind of what made it long. So I'm going to cut it out, and when I find a trade, I will jump right back in. All right, I'm back. So after scouting through all the teams, I have some potential options, but I think Brendan Montour is going to be our guy. Yes, I know the contract is not favorable, but the cap hasn't hit us yet. He's 82 overall, 30 years of age. Doesn't really matter that he's 30, though. Excuse me. He is a plus 11, which I like to see. We look at his individual stats. He's got 4-star defense and 4-star physical, 4-star skating as well. So he's just 4-star overall everywhere. But I think he's a solid defenseman. His defensive awareness 86, shot blocking, stick checking 86. But what I really liked about him, which I just clicked out, was his advanced analytics, right? Relatively low giveaways to takeaways for defensemen. I'm finding that giveaways to takeaways is kind of, with defensemen, it's a lot higher than forwards, but he throws a lot of hits and he blocks a lot of shots. He is a PK specialist and just an anchor on the defensive end that could definitely help the plus-minus of Skylar Ronaldo, who probably is skating all over the place a little bit right now. He has some nice offensive stats, Skylar Ronaldo, and Darnell Nurse likes to be a little bit more offensive, or attempt to be, and we just need someone to stay-home defenseman to help out Skylar Ronaldo. Now, the trade value is in our favor. I couldn't get this year, but they do want to give up next year's first. Pittsburgh actually doesn't have a first for this year, and they want to get Darnell Nurse. So Darnell Nurse for Brendan Montour and first for next year. Will it go through? Trade accepted. On behalf of the Pittsburgh Penguins organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. Okay, so people don't like that. That's okay. I think it's going to help us in the long run. I almost clicked best lines and I would have cried. The third line, I forgot to show you this. Oh, no, we didn't trade past the... Yeah, okay. I thought we sent more than we did. Okay, never mind, sorry. To go starting lineups, defenseman, let's slot in Brendan Montour. Very nicely done. They're doing great up there, so I'm just going to leave them together. So Brendan Montour is going to help out Skylar Ronaldo, and he's a righty too. Very nicely done. Oh, excuse me, Brandon Montour. Special teams, I don't think Montour will be on the power play. I think that we're going to give that spot to Yuka Harju. Yeah, we'll give it to Yuka Harju. We'll give him another shot on the power play. We're actually going to switch this. Yeah, okay, sorry. Brainstorming, I apologize. 4-man power play. Montour, no. Skylar Ronaldo, you can go in there. Penalty kill. Now this is where I want to use him. Yeah, Brendan Montour. I want him right up there, right in front with the top guys here. Wilson Morrison's not doing that well. We're going to move Nolan Foote up. Morrison down. Hopefully that should help out. Penalty kill. And Montour's up there. Okay, good. So that's going to be it for trades. I think that was just a nice little trade for us. I know we didn't save that much cap, but I think in the long run, it's just going to make our team more of a defensive team and definitely help out Vasilevsky in between the pipes. So anything else I wanted to show? Yes, I wanted to show the how our team is doing. So we are first in the Pacific Division, with the Anaheim Ducks and Calgary Flames trailing closely behind. Let's see our power play percentage. So power play is 25%. Best in I believe that's best in our division. And penalty kill 74. Hopefully Montour could definitely bring that up. Okay. It's not terrible, but Montour could definitely help out and bring that up. yeah, so I think we sim to the playoffs. I think there's nothing else that we should do right now. I think we should just go right ahead and sim to the playoffs, and hopefully we make it. I'm going to say we make it, but, you never know. We could lose like every game. So, obviously, I hope that doesn't happen. So, up against the Colorado Avalanche, and we get a 4-1 loss. Great start. Winnipeg, we get a 5-2 win. That is a Stanley Cup contender in Winnipeg. Lose to Detroit. What the heck? Nashville, we win 3-1. Vancouver, division rival, lose 4-1. San Jose, we beat division rival 7-2. Minnesota won 6-4. That was a little bit of a barn burner there. Lose to Buffalo 3-2. St. Louis, another Western Conference team. Luckily not in our division. Thank you, Central Scouts. We win 3-2 against the Blues. Division rivals, Vegas Golden Knights, we win 5-4. Lose 8-0 to San Jose. Jeez. Anaheim, lose to Anaheim. We beat Arizona. We beat the Kings. Okay. Good. Yeah, once you get to the 47 wins mark, okay. With some games we just lose hard. They just put in a lot of goals. But we finished the year with a 50-win year. That is something to definitely be proud of. I definitely think we made the playoffs, if not won our division. And we won the division. Very nicely done. That first time was producing on all cylinders. Connor McDavid, 42 goals and 52 assists. That's what I kind of expect from him, close to 100 points. Thank you, Connor McJesus. Toby Castles, I'm expecting more of the same. 38 goals and 49 assists. Yeah, the dynamic duo of Castles and McDavid. Hall, the problem was when we had Hall, Castles, and McDavid, it was just too many scorers on one line. Just too many scorers. Now we have the scorer slash playmaker, and we have the nice two-way player who can help out. Benjamin Bodemeister grew to an 87, 18 goals and 42 assists, very nicely done. Jalen Weaver, 27 goals, 14 assists, so we started to pass the puck more after he got to that 22-goal mark. Mikhail Smirnov does not score. 3 goals, 45 assists. Daniel Sprong with 20 goals and 43 assists, very nicely done. Nolan Foote with 6 goals, 27 assists. Jamal Stepniak, 14 goals and 11 assists. Ola Bergfors, 15 goals and 13 assists in his rookie year. Minus 13 for Michel LaBelle. Oh, God, that fourth line. Well, what are you going to do? There's got to be a weakness somewhere, right? Mikhail Sergachev, 11 goals, 34 assists. 11 goals, 34 assists. Klingberg actually went up in overall. Very nicely done. Plus 24 for Adam Larson. And plus 12 for Yuka Harju. Very nicely done. Minus 17 for Skylar Ronaldo. Plus 5 for Brandon Montour. So, I don't know when he's getting scored on, but Montour is doing nicely. So, Skylar Ronaldo, get it together. Don't beat Jimmy Dean 2.0. Goalies, Vasilevsky finished the year with a 9.14. And Noodle finished with a 9.01. All right. I mean, it is what it is. We're in the playoffs. You got to be happy about that, right? Down here, something I really want to look at. Defenseman, probably. I mean, no, I have to goalies. So Gotch, this year the 8-9. Goalies did not do that well, but then again, the AHL did not do that well. Kind of disappointing. Let's see how. Oh, team chemistry 80%. Sorry, I got distracted. Let's see how our power play was, and let's see if our penalty kill went up. So. Power play, we're first in the division. We won by 5 points. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. So power play percentage went down a little bit, 23%. Okay. Penalty kill, did it go up? 76%. Okay, so it did go up too because of Brandon Montour. So a shutdown defenseman does help a squadron in a big way. So, boys, let's actually sim a day. Why not? Sim. Okay, so I don't really want to show who we're playing against yet. Actually, no, I'll show it. So the regular season ended. Let's see who we're going up against. The Winnipeg Jets. So we will touch upon the Winnipeg Jets in the next video. Thank you, boys, for watching. Like and subscribe if you wish, and I'll see you, boys, in the next one.